to the breakdown. I'm your host, Diane Rimbert, avid reader, award winning literary blogger, and the founder of Diamond's Literary World, which is my footprint in the literary industry. Today, I want to talk to you about book four of the Bad Apple series by Nisa Santiago. I put the series down for a minute, but after reading some very heavy material, uh, these twins started calling me. I went on my Kindle and they were calling me, they were reaching out to me. So I picked up book four, which I had started a while ago, um, and I decided to see what was up with them. Well, I'm glad that I did. When I picked it back up, found out that Apple had returned to New York seeking revenge on any and everyone, especially those that were associated or responsible for her being kidnapped and imprisoned in Mexico. If you remember, not only was she being held as a sex prostitute, but she also became pregnant, had a baby, and her baby Peaches was taken away from her. And so she's trying to get everyone who's responsible for that, as well as get her daughter Peaches back. Kola was um, she was arrested, and so now she's in prison where she befriends someone. And Kola is a very interesting character. I will say that she's kind of left out there on her own, but uh, again, someone has. I don't want to say. I don't know if I want to say mercy on her, but um, they actually look out for her. And the reason why I say that so reluctantly is because you'll find out that with both sisters, the people who they think are actually helping them are using them as pawns. Now, it's important that, I use that word, but I wasn't quite sure um, of the significance of the pawn until I recently learned how to play chess. And so I see, how the pawns are used. And yeah, the sisters were being used as pawns, and they don't even know it. And so they're seeking revenge on anybody responsible for their current situation, and it just ends up in bloodshed. They both end up back in New York. Um, and it's just a ton of bloodshed. The authorities are watching their every move, unbeknownst to them. And so many people are coming for them. Now, if you remember their mother, Denise plays a role in this particular book. Um, she's ready to make amends for all the wrong that she has done to Apple and Kola, but it may be just a little too late. Um, the twins are, they are accepting of her, but they don't forget what she has done to them. And something, she actually carried one thing, she actually carried something to her grave. Um, and Denise, there's casualties of war, that's all I'm going to say, but she made amends, in my opinion, a little too late. Now, the one thing I loved about this book is that the twins reunited. They put their differences to the side and they said, you know what? Your enemies and my enemies are now our enemies, and we're going to seek, revenge together. And their sister, the younger sister, if you remember, the younger sister Nichols, the one that was killed behind alone by a loan shark, um, she plays a huge part in these twins coming back together. And I was so happy to see that, because at the end of the day, there's still, like, family is family. You go through differences. We've all had differences with our family members, and so now they come together. But um, they have come together and are fleeing the country under the protection of Eduardo. I don't know if you guys remember Eduardo, but he was a drug kingpin who really, really, really had a liking for Kola. And so now they're under his protection. He's sending them to Colombia, and that's where the book ends. I almost, I almost immediately, because before I knew it, I was at 95%. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, they finally joined forces again. And only for the book to end. So I cannot wait to see what happens in book 5, which is entitled On the Run. I do have it, but again, I have some other obligations that I must fulfill before I get into On the Run, as well as a couple of other things. But if you guys have read this series, and I know a lot of you have, because I'm late to the party with Nisa Santiago, period. This is actually my first series by her, and you guys have told me so much about the Bad Apple series and about these twin girls. So let me know your thoughts on the series so far. If you have not read it, I would encourage you to go pick up the Bad Apple series. Again, this is book number 4, which is entitled Face Off. This is Face Off by Nisa Santiago. So until next time, I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch the video. I thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you have not done so, please take a minute to do that now. I want to thank you for all of the encouraging words that you send me in the comment section. I also want to encourage you to share the video. Tell everybody about what we're doing over at Diamond's Literary World, as far as over here on the breakdown on YouTube. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you guys are getting what you want out of reading. Some people are reading for entertainment, some people are reading for knowledge, some people are reading just to get away. So I hope that whatever your mission is, that you are accomplishing that with your reading today. Until next time, happy reading and be blessed.